Um, so let's move into our album of the week, shall we?
Oh yeah.
Which is Gojira. How do you say it?
I go L'Enfant Sauvage.
L'Enfant Sauvage.
But you gotta do it like
L'Enfant Sauvage. Yeah.
I thought it said infant sausage, but that's just
Infant sausage. Yeah, that's good.
Elephant sausage.
No. So this album was your choice, Dryden, for album of the week for SARS Staff Album Reviews, and it was quite good. I'll let one of you guys start this week because I always start.
Well, let's hear Joey. Let's make Joey start.
Well, this album wasn't new for me. I've had it for many years.
Gotcha.
And I really like Gojira. And I would say, we were talking just a little bit before we went live here. Dryden, I would agree with you that there's some other Gojira songs that I like a lot more that are standout tracks, but overall, this might be it. Well, at least it is one of my favorite albums as a whole of Gojira. Yeah. I just think there's a lot of solid tracks on here. And the one thing I would say about Gojira, I really like Gojira, and there's like a handful of tracks that I will like, oh, that's in my head, I'm going to listen to that song. But for the most part, I'll just throw in a Gojira album and listen to it front to back without paying that much attention to individual songs.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I feel like I haven't given the band enough credit to like really go track by track. I just enjoy it as an album. But there's some really standout tracks in here. The title track, which I can't pronounce properly.
Sausage.
Yeah. Mouth of Kala.
Infant Savage.
Mouth of Kala is really good. And I think one of my favorite songs on here is Born in Winter.
Yeah,
that's like, it's really different, kind of slow, and then it really builds up and then drops back down and stuff. But I love Gojira, and I think this is a great album.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I listened to this multiple times, and there's a couple songs on this. Like you guys, it's funny you guys talking about how you kind of know some of the songs, but not like the full album. There's a couple songs on this that I know really well. One of them being the title track, L'Enfant Sauvage, which is on my top shelf metal playlist. So I had heard that song a lot, and I really liked the dynamics of it. And the drumming on this thing is insanely good. But I really got into the first song, Explosia.
Yeah, that's
and then of course the song Gift of Guilt is one that Dryden's band played in their Battle of the Bands a couple years ago.
Okay.
They won their Battle of the Bands, so that one I know really well as well. And but just from front to back as a full album, here's the other thing. Dryden, you sent the special edition.
Yeah, there's a couple of songs that aren't on the full album.
Yeah, so I did listen to the special edition with the bonus tracks, but then I also listened to like the original just print of the album that ends with The Fall. But I think probably my favorite songs on here are the first one, and then The Gift of Guilt, and of course the title track. I do think it's cool. Like there's a song called Liquid Fire. Where he's kind of doing something different with his vocals. It's almost like a chant type thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, at first I was kind of like, I don't like that. The way that sounds, it's kind of dumb. And then the more I listen to it, I'm like, no, that's cool though, because it's different. It's like not a standard thing that you hear. So that's the other thing I want to give these guys a ton of credit for is like they're doing the heavy shit, but it's not just like stock and trade, they're branching out enough that I'm really impressed with like what they're
I
doing.
feel like they're kind of more of a death metal Tool,
Mm-hmm.
where they're heavier than Tool, but yet they're doing some of those polyrhythms and different tempos and stuff like that. Which is why I really like that, where they kind of, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and to that point too, there's definitely a lot of Sepultura influence. I definitely hear heavy Sepultura influence in them. But
Yeah,
I think
for
you're
sure.
right. They do, but they do have a little more of the musicality that like a Tool does, specifically because of the drumming. I think.
Well, and I wanted to go back to that point that you made, because I thought of that earlier today when I'm like, okay, we're going to be talking about this album. Do you remember when we were doing Limp Bizkit $3 Bill? How we were saying like, Fred's vocals are kind of up front and all this stuff, but like Borland's guitar is what really makes the album.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of that subtle thing that like really grabs you and you don't even realize it. I feel like Mario's drumming is the same way for this band. It's like they're a solid band, but they wouldn't be that solid without Mario's drumming.
Yeah, and some of the shit he does is next level for just drumming in general.
Yeah.
Like the like, I mean, I'm sure I don't know, like seeing them play live, just the repeated heaviness of the way and fastness that he's playing those kick drums on some, like, I really dig that song. Some of those deep cuts, one of them called, I think it's Planned Obsolescence or something, but he's doing this like really fast, like, groove, or at the end of L'Enfant Sauvage, that little breakdown part, they do that like super fast death metal kind of like blast beat part.
Like, do you know what Planned Obsolescence is?
Well, I'm assuming it's something to do with being obsolete, right?
I was gonna say one of the things I also appreciate about them is they're actually trying to write something with meaning.
Yeah,
it's not just like I feel this way.
That's
and
something
my
I was gonna
girlfriend's
mention
mad
too,
at me.
actually. That
it's not cartoony.
Yeah, this album, like the title, I saw Joe, the singer, talking about how it's kind of, I mean, you can kind of see, I guess, from the album cover that like it's about being, at least the title track, it's about being like wanting to kind of be a kid when you're an adult, like still having those like kid, never really fully growing up.
Eternal youth.
Which is a cool idea. Like, it's not necessarily the heaviest idea I've ever heard, but it's like, it is in a way too. It's like kind of converge the more you or whatever, the love you leave behind shit, where it's like
all you love, all we love,
all you love. Yeah, I couldn't remember it. All we love, we leave behind.
Dude, that's depressing.
Like more emotionally,
so
but it's like emotionally like heavy.
Converge is like nihilistic, like sadness.
Yeah.
Like, was it existentialism?
Yeah.
Where it's like, all we love, we leave behind. It's like, oh, that's so fucking sad, dude. But this is more like optimistic.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, I wanted to get back to the planned obsolescence thing. Planned obsolescence is like, it's a term that I learned it from Michael Moore, the guy who makes the documentaries like Bowling for Columbine and stuff. But I think he talked about it with in the GM documentary he did, where it's basically, maybe I didn't learn it from Michael Moore. All I know is that what it means is a product is made with the intention of it like becoming obsolete or like unusable eventually, so you have to buy a new one,
like an iPhone.
Yeah, like eventually, like, or a dryer or a washer. Like,
and
it's
I'm assuming in the song he's referring to like society or something, like
probably
like that,
or
like,
some kind of phenomenon like that.
But it's a sick song. Like, I love a lot of the deep cuts. Or that song Mouth of Kala, or I don't think Born in Winter's a deep cut, but that's something different. They always have like, they kind of go back to that Metallica thing where they have like a ballad on each of their records, but it's good. It's different.
Yeah, there's dynamics. It's also like, if you're doing it right, the softer stuff will help make the heavier stuff heavier,
Exactly. And we said it too before we got on here, but I credit Gojira for bringing the pick scrape to the table. Like, I don't think most bands were doing that like before
that's
Gojira
totally his
was,
thing.
you know?
I didn't
album
think of
came
that
out-
till you mentioned that, but like I'm
Totally.
thinking like
Because
Spirit
that's where
Box
I, as a
totally
guitar player,
influenced
that's
me.
where I got it from. Like when I heard Gojira doing that, I was like, holy fuck, that's sick as shit. Like I need to learn, how is he doing that? And then we saw him play live, and I'm like, oh, he's like kind of like raking the pick
Raking the
across the
picks.
strings, and it creates this like cool, like,
Yeah, and he's also doing it with an effect.
yeah, he adds a little
Like
harmony
a
effect
little
on it
wah
too.
or a fucking
Yeah.
little bit of a whammy pedal. Like you just
Yeah.
do like a pick scrape with a whammy pedal, and it
Add some
makes
high
that like.
end in there.
And that's what fucking homeboy from like you were saying, Spirit Box does it. Everyone does it now. That this record came out in 2012 too.
And there's records before this where they're like their first record, they're doing it.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
like
I
his thing.
totally hear them like.
I don't think I've heard any songs from their debut.
That's one we should maybe take a look at one day. Is that one?
Because I
That
think
one's
the
way
only
different.
first one I have is the Link.
It's good. It's kind of similar to the Link, where it's a lot more death metal-y. Like he's not really doing any of the. I mean, to be honest, there is some singing stuff on it too. It's good though.
Yeah, it's not overdone. And like I said, on that one song, Liquid Fire, where he does some kind of like more mellow, clean vocal type stuff, it's different. It's like it's kind of computerized a little bit. Like it's almost like he's using a Mellotron or something, but it's like not just a standard like ballad like on the pretty beans of every
Let me just look at the track list real quick so I can make sure I'm not missing anything I want to say.
The Axe is good too.
Yeah, that's another song I like a lot.
The first 3 songs are just killer.
Yeah, I knew you guys would like that song Explosia because I love that. Like they do that like
the
rhythmic.
instrumental is cool too, the Wild Healer.
Yeah. And they do that. It goes like with the breakdowns too. Like at the end of Explosia, it's kind of like a melodic, like it's like that little like bow no like Western kind of like.
Yeah. So frontman guitarist and singer Joe Duplantis spoke out the meaning of the album by saying, when you become a musician, you don't have a boss telling you what to do, so you have to be very responsible. He goes on to say, with freedom comes responsibility, so I'm asking myself, what is freedom? What does it mean to me? L'Enfant Sauvage reflects on that. There's no answer, though. There's just life and questions. Duplantier expanded on this idea in an interview with The Quietus, explaining that since the beginning, since the very first demo even, I've been obsessed with the human condition, the soul. Why are we here? And is there an answer to that question? The mysteries of life in general. Are we a body, or are we more than that? And are we more than what we are? I'm full of questions, but there are no answers really, just intuition, and a strong intuition that we are more than just flesh and blood. The song Gift of Guilt was a reflection of Joe Duplantier on the theme of guilt passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, so maybe I was a little bit wrong, but yeah.
During the recording of the album, Joe Duplantier became a father.
Okay.
It's a trip, man. It's amazing. Of course, I'm very influenced by what happened. And talking about the birth, becoming a dad is not completely disconnected. It's relevant in a way, but everything is influencing me when I'm writing. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's I've always liked that. Like he seems like a wise guy. Like they're writing about like, you know, like you were saying, like that. Whoops, they're writing about like the whales and the earth and like, but it's not like corny.
And the heaviest matter in the universe.
Yeah, it's not like corny.
Yeah. Critical reception, according to says L'Enfant Sauvage was met with universal acclaim from music critics. Writing for the BBC, Razik Roth wrote that this is as flawless an extreme metal album as you'll hear in 2012 or any other year, adding that Gojira is one of the finest bands of our generation, and that with L'Enfant Sauvage, they've created another album to suit such a reputation. In his review of the album for The Guardian, Dom Lawson gave the album a perfect rating, writing that their 5th studio album sustains their trademark blend of unfathomable heaviness, structural invention, and ecological come existential poetry, while subtly enhancing its dramatic and emotional impact.
I don't know why I didn't wear my I have a shirt that has this record on it. I don't know why I didn't wear it.
It's okay.
I wish Eric was here though. I was just thinking because I feel like he would have the most interesting take on it if he actually listened to it. But
yeah, because I don't. He shot the Gojira Corn Show last year, and I don't think he listened to them at all before that show. So I think between that show or that show was probably what made him start listening to them.
And I was in a band. I got kind of put onto them, and then we went to go see Gojira and Deftones. Like you had listened to a little bit of them, Dad, but we went to that Greek theater show.
Yeah, that was 420.
Yeah,
we got to see Deftones with Gojira,
and they kind of blew Deftones out of the stadium because they were just super high intense.
At that time too. Like I feel like Chino has like lost a bunch of weight since then.
Yeah, that's true.
And like they've gotten, I think, more on top of their game. But at the time, it was like the end of their tour, and like Deftones just seemed like low energy. They were still great. You know, I don't want to take anything away from them because they've been one of my favorite bands for a long time. But yeah, Gojira, I thought there's performance-wise that night, I thought Gojira had a slightly better performance.
I'm really interested to hear Gojira's next album, whether it's the end of this year or next year. But like after all the hype that they got with the Olympics and stuff, and then that big tour with Korn all throughout the States here, like the bar is going to be high.
Yeah.
I know they've been around for a long time, but the bar is going to be high.
I was going to say, again, one of those bands that has just been scraping, doing it for so long. Like they said they were like in France for like 15 years before they ever made it big anywhere, you know? So it's mad props to them. And you can hear it. They're super locked in, talented.
Yeah. It's the same guys in the band still today, right?
Same guys, because the singer and the drummer are brothers, and then the bass player and the guitar player are just probably their homies from France.